I've been living in Florida for about 4 months now, and since then I had started a furniture company, so I've been able to make deliveries and pick things up. I've talked to a lot of residents. I've seen basically every area, town, and the surrounding area, including like an hour radius. I've seen most neighborhoods, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything you need to know from a full-time resident. I do want to start by saying if you're interested in moving here, I did decide to put my license on referral status. That way I can just make content, connect with you guys, and then connect you with the best in the business. Because I found that, if you want a beach condo or you want to buy commercial or you want land, I can't do all of that, so I'm having to refer either way. So this way, you come to me, I can kind of answer some questions, we can talk, and I'll set you up with someone who can do a phenomenal job for whatever situation you're doing. So anyway, I have found that since moving here, I live in Panama City on the other side of Hathaway Bridge, about 20 minutes from Panama City Beach. And when we were moving here, my wife and I decided we didn't want to live in Panama City Beach, but on the bay side, on the town side, where it's a lot more relaxed and chill and less touristy. So I will say Panama City Beach is definitely by far my least favorite beach to go to, believe it or not, and that's kind of the whole reason we moved here. We've only been there, over the years we've been there a million times, but we've only been here since we moved there. We've only been there since we've moved here about 5 times, maybe 5 or 6 times, which might sound like a lot, but really we much prefer going to St. Andrews State Park. It's just way better parking, a lot more beach, way less people, and a lot more options and more cool things to explore and a lot more stuff to do. I'll be making a full video on my main channel about St. Andrews. Hey, and if you are interested in seeing what Panama City is all about, following my main channel is a great way to get introduced to the lifestyle of Panama City, because my entire channel is just me exploring the city. So definitely go check that out. But anyway, I like Mexico Beach a lot as well. That's pretty close to me, about 29-minute drive, a little bit farther, but it's just one highway. St. Andrews State Park, my favorite thing to do here, period. But I found myself actually enjoying the bays a lot. It is winter, so it is, the water temperature, according to my boat, is like low to mid 50s. So it's too cold to swim in the winter, even though the weather is pretty nice in the winter. Just the other day, I let my brother-in-law and wife take the boat out, and I was just sitting on the dock watching them from afar in short sleeves and shorts and just enjoying the January weather. But the bays are great for swimming if you want to swim. Of course, not the white sugary sand with the emerald water, they're bay waters, but it's crystal clear. There's great fishing and literally maybe 15 boat ramps within 20 minutes from me, so there is so much water. And in fact, the way we're geographically located in the area we're at, it's like 270 degrees of bay, and then you've got all the beach that's classic down there. So we're kind of right above Tyndall Air Force Base. So anyway, yeah, there is a ton to do. I've been pleasantly surprised. I fell in love with fishing, fell in love with boating, and it's just a little tiny plastic boat. You'll see that on my channel, but it's absolutely fun, and I absolutely love it. And I was shocked to see that PCB is actually my least favorite. I'll briefly pop up some photos of St. Andrews State Park, and you'll quickly realize, you can see that the jetties make for great snorkeling, makes for great fishing. That you can see there's a lot less people, there's a lot more sand, there's a lot more options. They actually have boat launches there, kayak launches, so that way you can launch and beach your rig and do whatever you want. So anyway, I found myself enjoying the local bays in St. Andrews State Park most of the time. The boating here is phenomenal. Ocean, we've got ocean, of course. We have a ton of bays, rivers, creeks, and actually just down the road or up the road is a freshwater lake that connects to a dam, then it goes back into brackish, salt, freshwater. So you can literally fish for basically any species you want, within reason, of course. But you can bass fish in Florida. I'll drive 10 minutes up there, put my boat in, and we're bass fishing, and then I drive 20 minutes the other direction, and you could be deep sea fishing for mahi, whatever you want. It's pretty awesome. So let's talk about some locations. So I want to talk about my least favorite and favorite parts of town. So my favorite parts of town is actually going to be the west end of Panama City Beach towards Santa Rosa. I just really like that area. It's residential, it's not too touristy. Now right on Panama City Beach gets really congested, kind of where you have to go in Front Beach Road and Thomas Drive into St. Andrews, where there's the Venture Out Resort and stuff. That whole area is pretty congested, kind of by Schooners and Sharkies and all those places. Love those places. Obviously the food down here, and there's unlimited stuff to do. Bunch of great shopping. This is a kind of a dry fit fishing shirt I got for $10 at Moby Dick's in Panama City Beach. So there's a lot to do, but I found that Panama City Beach is actually extraordinarily livable, especially on the west end, and it's just super, super nice, kind of towards Laguna Beach and all that. I really like that area. Now, then we're kind of moving over the bridge into the town side where a lot of people buy their homes. They're a little bit cheaper. I found that, or my family has found that renting homes next to me is no cheaper than renting them on the beach, which is kind of wild. But anyway, so let's start with Lynn Haven in the Panama City kind of greater area. Lynn Haven is very nice. That's kind of more, it's on the other side of the bridge. It's on the town side, but it's a little bit more northwest. And Lynn Haven is a great area. They've got everything you'd need. I really like it. And in fact, me and my wife, I think next year we're going to kind of shift up about 10 minutes that way just so we're in that part of town. We really like Lynn Haven. There's a lot to offer and a lot of housing options. Then you've got the Panama City area, kind of where we're in, and I really like it as well. It's nice. I love it. I'd recommend it. And then we've got where my least favorite areas. Now, I'm going to say a bunch of bad things about these areas. It's not like they're any hood. In fact, I keep my inventory for my businesses. I got 2 large units in the city that we're about to talk about. And when I'm going to talk about the city, we're talking about 3 in particular. I'm going to kind of bundle them all together. It's Callaway, Parker, and Springfield. And that's kind of in the southeastern portion of Panama City, kind of right over Tyndall Air Force Base. Now, I will start with this. Some of my favorite spots to hang out, fish, and boat are in these cities. There are so many good hidden gems that I'm finding literally every single week. You know, you pull up to a nice bay area. It's got a nice little beach and it's shallow for, 150 yards, about ankle deep. You walk around a corner and you find a whole new beautiful spot, or you're on the boat. So I don't want to dog on these areas too much, but if there is going to be a least desirable part of town, the part of town where I see kind of, maybe the most police sirens or the most homeless people, which I don't really see homeless people that much, but if there are going to be, or just any kind of, let's put it this way. Those areas have the most affordable housing for renters. So low income renters, there's a lot of options in that area. It's very affordable. Now, there are some super nice areas in Callaway. I remember I dropped off a giant sectional for this family in Callaway, and I was blown away at how nice the neighborhood was and how nice the homes were. But generally saying, there's a lot of hurricane damage from 2018 that I guess people just didn't care. They left their properties, or a lot of commercial businesses. So there's a lot more damage there. So it looks a little bit more run down and abandoned. You might think, oh my gosh, this place is crime ridden. Businesses can't stay in. People just, I guess, didn't come back from the hurricane in those particular spots. Maybe they just took the insurance payment, or they just got spooked and left. But anyway, so there is also a chemical plant over there, and it stinks, and I found this out the hard way. So personally, I would never move to that area because of the stench from the chemical plant. I don't know if they're going to do anything about it. People say it's been happening for 50 years. It's harmless. It doesn't hurt anybody, but it does smell pretty bad when the wind's blowing and they're doing their thing. So Parker, Callaway, and Springfield is all going to be in the same area. For the most part, they all kind of run together. They're all going to be the most affordable and going to be the most run down, or at least not fixed back up from the damage. And, if there's going to be an issue, or if I see something kind of skeptical going on, I guess it's going to be in that area. But like I said, I'm in those areas every single day. I was there yesterday and the day before. I love them. But I just wanted to be honest and say, hey, if you're going to spend $500,000 in your dream home for your family, just go to the west end of PCB or Lynn Haven. There's no reason for you to go there. That's a good spot for people who just want some affordable housing and still close to the beach. But cheap places to live means you're going to have lower quality renters, and that is just nothing you can do about it. Absolutely. It's the way it is. I've lived in some of those places before. I've lived in some nice places before, so I'm not judging anybody. Anyway, guys, that's me. That's my basically review and things I think you need to know moving here with the areas and some of the things that I've found since I've moved here. But anyway, let me know if I can help you find an agent. Hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you the next time. Check out my main channel, Greyson Roberts, if you'd love to see me exploring the beautiful greater Panama City Beach area.